Welcome back to Christo's Cafe. I am the one Christo, and today we are bringing you a Syndicate deck guide, once again courtesy of one of my loyal viewers, Syndicate. So he shared this with me on my last stream. I enjoyed it very much, and I will walk you through exactly why it is that I liked this version of the deck a little bit better than Saber's version. I was actually playing a little bit earlier in the day. Once again, if you're enjoying these deck lists and these deck guides, please go ahead, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button so you'll be notified of my next Gwent videos that come out. And if you have any comments, feel free to drop them below or hit me up on Twitter or on Twitch. Both of those are going to be in the description. I usually stream Tuesday and Thursday evenings, Eastern Standard Time, as well as alternating Saturdays and Sundays. So let's hop into the guide and take a look. So I mentioned before that I've been playing this deck since I had dropped Sabers, and there was only a few little changes that I preferred out of this one. I think it comes down to personal preference and playstyle more than anything else, because I don't want to say that I am a better player or deck builder than Saber, but I'll walk you through a little bit of why some of the logic of these cards are in here. So the one major card you're probably missing on top that you notice is not here is Jacques. So we actually pull Jacques out of the deck without Devotion, and we're not playing Devotion because we want Oneromancy, which is just kind of a better bank at this point, and Bomb Heaver because between Haunt and Siege making a comeback and Masquerade Ball still being all over the place, Bomb Heaver is just about a must-have in the deck. The other thing you're going to see here is you're going to end up having a little bit more of a very lower end of the deck. So the one big addition you're going to see in here is you're going to get Ewald in the deck as opposed to Jacques. So that's the biggest change here. Now, Ewald is pretty much your only removal. He's the only way you can go ahead and ping away targets. You're going to have Philippa to yoink something. You're going to have poisons in the deck with Fistek and the Fistek Trafficker, so you do have 4 poisons in the deck. But you're not going to have any other way to really work down an opponent. So I really like Ewald. He's great in some of these matchups against the hyper thin Nilfgaard decks where they're dropping Helga. If you can't fill up it, at least Ewald can get rid of it pretty consistently. The other thing I like about this deck specifically that Syndicate has included is additional blind eyes. So what I found with Saber's deck is sometimes I would grab Passiflora, but I would not have the blind eyes to be able to proc it completely. So in this deck, you're going to have Peaches. He's added in the Seductresses. Again, these are usually more of kind of a plan B, mainly for Passy. Because otherwise you have your traditional stuff, right? You're going to have the Peaches. You're going to have the Urchins, which are also really, really important. They get you a nice profit. So those are typically the two you're going to want to play, but the Seductresses help tremendously. Pickpocket is in here specifically for lockdown decks. We've been seeing a little bit of a resurgence. So this here will get you some coins if you're ever in a pinch, but again, not in every matchup. And this could potentially be switched out depending on your needs. So everything else in here is pretty standard, right? We got Philippa, MK, Azar for your defender. Redanian's a no-brainer. Adriano is another blind eye. Ewald, like we said, for removal. Von Hurst is a nice engine. Really, the main principle of this deck is you're going to end up overwhelming them with engines, right? They can remove a few of them, but they can't remove everything, and that is the big game plan here. Cockstein has been obviously important for poisons, crazy important for defenders, though. A lot of pincer maneuvers going on, stuff like that. So Cockstein being at the ready is super important. Sol, again, no-brainer. Heaver, we talked about. Seductress and Peaches, we also talked about. Fistek, Jackal, Trafficker, Urchins. Nothing super surprising at the bottom of the deck. And then we use Tiger's Eye at the top for the extra 4 coins. So Tiger's Eye plus Urchins as your first play on Blue Coin is a nice way to go ahead and pull the Redanian out of the deck. So a few good options there. Like I said, we're going to take you through 2 games that I played on stream last night. My apologies, there's a slight skip in one of them because my internet dropped for like a fraction of a second. You might not even notice, but sorry about that. So take a look, enjoy, and have fun playing Syndicate. I don't want Bomb Heaver right now. Assy is good. 3 poisons is probably too many. Well, I think 3 poisons is still probably too many. Kind of an awkward opener. Kind of awkward. I don't really know.
You will not regret this, good sir.
Of course he gets Imperial Brigade. How do they always pull that? Is it worth taking the long way around to poison that thing? I'm trying to think of what else he'll play that I want to poison. Just poison also gets me coins, which also gets me the flying boat. Let's see what he does. Oh, amnesty. That's totally a thing. There's no way of playing around it though, is there, really? You just are kind of forced to eat it.
My fist takes purest in
It's a waste of the defender, because he'll find something for it, right? These guys are small. You have to keep the urchins above 2. He's probably going to find it. No? Oh, yeah. Menno will find it for him. I think you just have to eat it. Like, it's gone, and it is what it is in this matchup. No, that's not what he... Either he's not going for it, or he didn't draw it. I can't really tell. It's awkward both ways for him. Enjoy your apothecary. Enjoy that. Yeah, right. He can go get it. So he's just not doing it? That's weird to me. That card is so annoying. Okay. Do we want to go Urchin? No. Want to go Jackal? I guess we could go Jackal. To spend some before you go Urchin. We're still like, no. I mean, we're not in terrible shape. It's only 11 points. Just 11, he said. Optimistically. Just 17. I mean, I still think the Urchin is fine, right? Theoretically. So we spend that down so we can play another Urchin if we want to. But I think we can stop here. Because the Jackal would put us in a good spot if we had to play the other Urchin. Maybe I spend 2 to get the Urchin to 4. No? If he wants to take a 2 with Amnesty, you can take the 2 with Amnesty. Oh, should we get Joust? I forgot about Joust. You want to assassinate me again? Do I just play the Urchin? No, because I can just boost it anyway. Just play the Urchin again and boost it. I feel like at this point, he's like grasping at straws a bit if he's dumping like. There's his pass. So 9 cards or 9 points. Do you have to go Cockstein? Yeah, I guess so too. He doesn't really. Purifying a lock would be probably the best thing for him, but I think that that's worth committing. He has nothing that generates. Okay. All in all, I think that turned out fine. Drawing Onero would be so nice. I just don't ever draw it. Ever. Ever. The problem is we have Passiflora, so it feels bad to kick a blind eye. I know. Right, kick the Jackal. There's another blind eye. Reprice it on this. Looks okay. Just again would love to at some point in life draw Onero so we can get Philippa when we need her. Especially Philippa, because I know we're gonna end up dealing with the Hefty Helga, and having Philippa for that would feel really nice. That Helga does short work with our scarabs. We're probably just passing here, right? Man, I never know about bleeding in this scenario. Like last time we did it, it didn't go well. Do we just fully bleed with Passiflora and then just go like... I don't know what else we bleed. Well, I mean, Von Hurst is a good engine. We'll drop him and see what happens. Probably option A. I do think we need to get more stuff out of him. Him in a long round is very problematic. Let's do this. And then that. So we've set up some defense for the bleed. There's our Hefty. So I want Helga. So they were playing a Sire potentially, right? To shuffle it back. Yes, we can ult. Okay, maybe Azargo's front row. I put it back because I thought MK and what we generate off of her is better. I'm just turn adjusting that. I think we assume it's gonna die, right? Do we just pass here? He's probably playing Bomb Heaver or something though, so I don't think we can count on Passiflora as being helpful. Von Hurst? Ball or MK? Okay, you called it Ball. You meant Passiflora. Yeah, let's go Passy. I like this because I do think that he probably plays Heaver in this list if he's not playing Devotion. By having two defenders up, Enslave is really awkward for him too. We don't have much good in the way of spenders. That's the only problem. Oh, that's why No Amnesty is not Devotion. That is true. He's playing the short list. So it just makes our Von Hurst really awkward because he's our only spender really that we have, right? I guess we just go Seductress. MK's good, but again, we don't have... Should have went MK? Think so? Well, I mean... It gives us more opportunity to get out of the round if we want. Oh, we do need her for Peaches, right?
I will not let this become a second Sodden.
We don't actually need her for Peaches because we... Passiflora gets us the coins. Yeah, exactly. So how does he get rid of the last two? Enslave it? Please enslave my scarab. Okay. Great. We get back on even. The fucking Siri though is a pain in the ass. That defender was so important here. It was a very good thing we passed. Yeah, Ashesen's rough. I do not need Heaver. Saul's actually very good. I forgot we still had him. I have to kick Heaver first. I think we see if we get poison. If we do get poison, I think we keep it. If we don't get poison, we just toss it. Where's Philippa when you need her? I fucking love to Philippa that Siri. There's Philippa. Well, we drew Philippa, so that's good news. Right, okay. And we're back. Trying to think of what we do. We just go with MK to try and get us some coins. Because we don't really have a spender at that point. He probably just dies, but I think it's worth getting something that could spend out. Though getting, yeah, then we go MK and then we go Philippa on the Siri. Interesting. Beaches, MK, Saul. Getting Saul out sooner would be so much better though, right? Because he gets multiple in a turn, so I guess we go MK.
What do you say? Date night at the butcher's yard?
Yeah, we need MK out. Get us the coins. Get us the Redanian. Get us... I guess we go Saul next, because he gets us 3 a turn. Actually, yeah, we spend 1. Yeah, so we put Saul there, right, to get the extra points. How does he get through his deck so quick? I guess he just pulls a bunch of shit. The super thinning. This actually looks like a lot of fun to try. Bye, Saul. I have nothing good left in the deck either for him to pull. Actually, that turned out to be okay-ish. Yeah. I think if you had something bigger, we actually do it. Right? The biggest we can take is 5, though.
I'll never be imprisoned again.
I think actually stealing the cleric back is better. Because every... Oh no, that's tribute to allied. I lied. That. Have a good day.
Oh, what a lovely tea party.
All right. That was weird. Felt like a much bigger point gap. Very weird. Poison suspender. Engines. Maybe that's fine. Alright, so we go urchins. We hit that. We get bow. And or a rolling. I'd like to think. Don't poison me with your critters. Okay. What are we doing next here? I think we can just go and start getting some engines rolling. Keeping this thing alive is probably okay, just to keep a spender in a good spot.
Think you can keep up with an Novigrad lass?
What are the chances he actually plays a Sentinels? Probably not much. What else am I looking to spend with here? Ewald, if I need to kill an engine. I think I'll leave that for now. I think buffing it just gives him a good chance of looking at maybe the Sentinel or something. Abandoned girl.
You green horror.
So, I do this. I think I will spend one to keep it alive. I can spend a couple in reality. Just to keep it living. And I think that would still be fine. But, yeah, this works okay. Because we have, like, okay bronze cards. Depending on what he plays, like, next card Symbiosis related, right? Tempering. That's interesting. We can scare him off with a poison, I think. Though the Purify card is probably just going to happen, so... You know what? Let's do it where we actually get... some... coins out of it. At least, if it's going to get caressed... Let's do it in a spot where we make him play it. That's why we get the coins. We'll see if he goes Caress. If he does, maybe we go Adriano. Yeah, there's Caress. Maybe Ewald first to just kill the Dryad would have made like some sense. Not terribly concerned about that based on the fact we have a Seductress on the board. We have lots of coins going. Again, Ewald feels slightly awkward. Maybe Adriano, well, Prophet 2. We'll spend one more. We'll get the bonded Seductresses out. Do we have anything else that gives us coins? Prophet 2. So we're safe to hit the cash now. And we see what happens. Staying away from a Shiru range of like... That's annoying. That was my spender. I liked him. We get too many plays in one at the end of turn. Right? So if he passes... I'm trying to think of what I would need Ewald for later. Maybe dropping another poison on that dude just scares him. Because what? I pass here. I get 28. He plays a card. I'm at 30. Goes back to him. I'm at 31. Like 10 points. Playing this, I think, just puts me further behind. I think that's okay. Unless he plays a spell, in which case I don't get the boost, which hurts a little bit. If he rebukes one of my Seductresses. I need to keep them out of Shiru range real bad. Do not want to run into that. One card does it when you play Forest Protector into... Wait, he doesn't have a rebuke. Fair. Oh, so close. Okay, well, we made him use Protector, which normally gets Rebuke out, which normally answers some stuff. So this Probably turned out to be okay. Probably wants long round 3. What do we need? We need MK, we need Onero, we need Philippa, we need Sol. We have 1 blind eye. Pickpocket is really not good in this. I'm not loving it. Sol's good. Could just straight up dry pass. Maybe we just dump the poison. Move on with life. We do. Well, I don't think how tall he gets. Obviously, Gord gets tall at the end.
My fist takes purest tears, purest in.
Like, the poison might have been worth it, but I'm much more interested in drawing another blind eye, drawing Philippa. Onero would be lovely, but I don't ever draw that one. There's my other poison I would have liked, Jackal, and just nothing that I want. Nothing at all. MK, Onero, Philippa, that clown. Spenders are important, right? There's Onero. Let me kick the second poison. There's Philippa. We go get MK. All right, now we're moving. Now we're talking. Now we got shit going on. He can possibly ping away at my little dudes, but I still think it's worth it. We'll make him spend the time and spend the damage to get through it. Then we can just go passy right behind it. Typically these are devotion decks, so I won't see a bomb heaver or anything. We'll see a Shiru, so the 5 is awkward because Shiru really enjoys 5 points. Okay, that's his start. That makes sense. Seems pretty standard. Not worth Philippa-ing, I don't believe. I don't know why I kept Cockstein all this time. This might not have been really worth it. He's the blind eye, though. One of the 2 that I need, so that's probably okay then.
Sleep, my champion. Rest now.
Again, passive floor is like a little bit weird. Actually, Ewald pinging both Symbiosis might actually be okay. Maybe that was my miss. Maybe hitting these 2. It prevents some potential ramp up later. Passy's okay. Obviously, gets an engine running, gets things moving. I mean, he can get through the defenders with shit like Circle of Life and whatnot. Oh, Dunka, also an option. That could be good Philippa. I think that's my Philippa target, like value-wise. There's probably not much else, like engine-related at all. A little annoying it ends up in the front row, but it is what it is. That gets rebuked really easily. So maybe just doing this. That might be okay, because it'll probably just get rebuked. So that feels fine. If he did want to remove the defender with it, he should have just done it right away. Right away. There's the rebuke on that, which is totally fine. Oh, shit. He's rebuking a 1-1 defender. Sweet deal, Brohim. I do need to engage some spending. Maybe MK in the back row while I still can is good. The challenge is I don't get a spender out right away. What would I want to do next turn? Possibly Ewald something, but I think this is just fine. Right, now we've got all our engines going, so that's picking up steam. No pun intended. The Seductress, every time he plays, gets 1. All these guys at 5 actually just means he's going to Shiru me this turn. That is the logic that I see here. That's what I would do if I was in his shoes. I won't feel bad if he does. Bad timing on my part. I should have thought that one through. Actually, only saving grace is if he plays Shiru, this will buff up by 1. This will be at 6. So if he's smart about it, he will ping the Seductress. Because because he just realized he had his Shiru, so he doesn't need his leader anymore. He's smart. Yeah, he pings us down to 1. Then hits his Shiru. That's weird. Not saying it's bad, just saying it's weird. Oh, Shiru's at 4 this whole time. Look at him go. That still goes to 5. So that actually turned out a lot better than I would have hoped for, because I assumed he would have gone with the 5s, which would have hurt more, especially if he pinged the Seductress down. I think he would have taken out 4 units off the top of my head. Again, I could be wrong. My counting is questionable at best sometimes. That's my blind eye that I get to activate Saul with. If I go get MK now, do I end up in a shitty spot? If I get MK, she gets me 2, and I have to spend to be able to... But I need the 2, because I need Peaches to pick up. Saul's bad here. Maybe I just go Jackal. I'm just going to go Jackal, because that gives me an option to clear some stuff out. Because I can Onero for MK after that. Man, MK was better. MK was better because Ewald on these 2 little symbiosis dudes is probably where I want to be spending my money. Though, I don't have the coins for it, but MK with a shield would have been much better. He played 1 Rebuke, he played 4 as Protector, so maybe there's a chance we don't see the other Rebuke. So now with 4, though, we have some options. We do need to get Saul out. Great Oak. That does take care of her. Another reason why killing these Dryads would have been good news. Uneven, down by 2, 2 engines. Ewalding for 2, then that gets me up to 6, 8. Not getting Saul out feels bad. This demands another answer from him though, right? No symbiosis for you. 2 left keeps Peaches going. Wonder how much Gord's gonna be at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hamadryad. No, no, no. I don't want to risk another Dryad's Caress on that, though that might just be taunting me at this point. I get 8. Doing that into this. And 2 more. Makes Saul feel worse, but overall I think that's safe if he does have a Caress in his hand. Even that just the symbiosis. But the Caress is more important for him, I think. So we get Saul out, then we just finish up with the Jackal with whatever's left. He has 2 Hamadryad, so it doesn't matter. If he does have Caress, it's a bit annoying. I assume the last one's Gord, then Caress is in there somewhere too. I don't think that's worth killing again. I think we're late enough in the round that that's not enough points. Does have Caress. These look, it's 2 of them. Boost 1, Horde for 1. I mean, we definitely hit that. And boosting for 2 just makes the most sense, right? Can't imagine Gord being... I get him 2 points. Can't imagine Gord being 20 points. Council form? Bob into... That might actually be enough. Every time he plays a dude, I get a buff, so... Wow, that was tight.
Oh, what a lovely tea party.